Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. We are getting deep in the season. Let's see the standings out east. You take a look at Philadelphia. They have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And of course, there's the Raptors. Quite a bit of space between these two.
Well, right now for Toronto, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
And the clock is ticking for them to make that push. It's looking like they'll be fighting for a spot in the play-in.
So the Raptors starting five. Barnes is the 4 with Hurdle in the middle. Then it's Walter, then it's Brandon Ingram, and it's Vaughn in at the point. And for the 76ers, Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Then it's Jaime Jaquez, then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Slim in at the 4. And let's go to the sideline and hear more about MP's record-breaking career.
Another triple-double for him recently, and that effort put him 5th for most career triple-doubles. He told me, quote, "I never set out to get so many. It just sort of happened. I simply want to play hard and help my team win." It's worked out for him so far, guys.
I can't argue that. Thanks, good stuff there. And MP has made it known. For this recent stretch, he's been focused on getting his teammates more involved, distributing the load.
And what you respect about MP, he's made good on his promise to become a better passer. That's not an easy adjustment to make because you may be programmed to do other things. But he's embraced it, he's thinking pass first, and he's turning down shots of his own to make everyone else around him better.
And what an incredible achievement from MP recently. Grant, he turned in one of the most efficient games you will ever see.
Well, you talk about what it means to dominate. MP was the definition of that with his performance. Now, everything fell for him, and it looked like he was a man amongst boys.
Guys, this is the time of year when things get really fun. Teams ramping up for the playoff push.
Yeah, this is when things are firing on all cylinders. As a team and a player, you got to solve your issues now because when the postseason comes, you got to make sure everything is smooth.
Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
It's tough to find things to not love about Embiid's game. It's so complete. He's a true two-way player who is a nightmare you have to deal with on both ends.
Now here's Barnes. A really disappointing game for him in that loss to Atlanta. Pass to Slim. Philadelphia moving it around. Inside. Edgecombe.
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now here's Ingram, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Here's Slim. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Hammers the lob through.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Ingram against Jaquez. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, hard-nosed play from Ingram, getting in tight and forcing the defender into a mistake.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Edgecombe, no good.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Ingram against Jaquez. Pass to Vaughn. Now here's Pirtle. Oh, stolen by Embiid. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going. The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Slim. Screen by Embiid. Pass to Jaquez. Lets it go. Embiid can't hit. Raptors trail by 10. Here's Vaughn. Now here's Pirtle. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Barnes a screen, 5 to shoot. Here's Walter. There's the block. In transition, here they come. Jaquez, the pass to Slim. Oh, there's the alley. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. A 12-point game. The rebound by Embiid.
Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And Philadelphia making a change here. McCain's checked in. And with spring fast approaching, let's get a lay of the land by taking a look at the power rankings. You take a look at the Knicks. They're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
Well, right now for the 76ers, they've had a cold stretch and are desperately looking to end their losing streak. You can bet tensions are high in that locker room.
Here's Walter. He's scoreless. Pass to Barnes. Picked by Pirtle. Now Ingram. The three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
And so here is Toronto. They trail by 14.
And whether it's the defensive effort or just bad offense, they're holding their opponent to a very low field goal percentage.
Here's Slim. He's guarded by Barnes. Slim. Again, Philadelphia.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Raptors trail by 16. Pass to Walter. Outside Ingram. They need this. Knocks down the long J. Ingram's got 5.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
Now here's Maxey. Out to the right wing. Here's Edgecombe.
Oh,
my goodness!
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And so here is Toronto. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Here's Slim. He has 6. To the middle.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Raptors trail by 17. Outside Ingram. Here's Vaughn. No made baskets yet. 4 on the clock. Walter from outside. Rebound by Philadelphia. And only a handful of teams in the history of the NBA have done what these guys are doing right now. 20 wins in a row.
And to go on a winning streak this long, it takes more than just talent. This team has tremendous chemistry, and these pieces complement each other so well. It's also about listening to your teammates, your coaching staff, and not letting your ego get in the way of succeeding as a group.
Here's Slim. After the basket by Toronto. Drives to the hoop. Oh, misses the dunk.
Whew. Try to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least, about a week.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pass to Walter. The 3 from Barnes. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Slim, pass to Embiid.
Nice touch on both ends of that alley-oop.
Hey, when he let go of the pass, I had no idea what he was going for. Raptors trail by 17. Here's Walter. Outside Ingram. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Here's Slim. 6 points for him. Pass to Maxey. Now Embiid. Embiid, a screen on Barnes. And he lobs it up to the rim.
The perfect roller. Joel Embiid can pop out and shoot, cut, make the extra passes, really anything in that set.
Embiid's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Slim. Following the 3-point basket by Toronto. The 3 from Edgecombe. Nails it from 3. Edgecombe's got 13.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Pass to Barnes. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Embiid. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Graham.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Here's Walter. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Barnes. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Edgecombe. Maxey passes to Slim. 52 seconds left to play in the first. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Outside Ingram. Over McCain. Off target from the wing.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Slim. He has 6. McCain, a screen on Ingram. Back to McCain. The 3. Drills it from deep.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Ingram with the ball. Give him 8 points now. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And this will be his second trip to the free throw line. And so it's Philadelphia out in front by 19 going into the break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break. And if you're just...
on the court.
Philadelphia's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Slim. Oh, big finish!
Wow.
Okay, I see you.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And Ingram has got the ball here for the Raptors. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. To the paint. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
It seems like Jakob is always ready to attack the rim. He found a nice opening that time.
Here's Slim. Give him 8 points now. Here's Maxey. Again, Philadelphia. The Raptors have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Ingram on the wing. Pass to Vaughn. The 3 is up. Buries it from 3. Vaughn's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
I like how Pirtle set up his teammate where he can do something with it.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
That's a second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
McCain's checked in for Maxey. And Toronto also making a switch. Walters checked in. Here's Vaughn. Coming off a 12-point game. And that one's good. Ingram.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Philadelphia leading by 20. Here's Slim. Hachimura with a screen on Barnes. Pass to Hachimura. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hachimura's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The immediate response from Hachimura. The 3 at the other end. That thing fired him up.
Outside Barnes. Slim with the rebound. Slim's got 4 rebounds now.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone. Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
Pirtle with a screen on Jaquez. Outside Barnes. From downtown. Hachimura with a rebound. Philadelphia has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Here's Slim. He's guarded by Barnes. Fader on the way. And the shot falls short that time.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Pirtle with the bucket.
We have seen Jakob's role on offense grow over the years. He is a high-percentage shooter from inside.
Here's Slim. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Hachimura. 4-3. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. The Raptors have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. And that one's good. Ingram.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Here's Slim. It's stolen by Pirtle. On the pass to Ingram. Here's Vaughn. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Barnes, no good.
They are losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
McCain, a screen on Pirtle. Driving in. Here's Jaquez. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And Toronto calls time here. Richard, looking at your career, 17 years in the league. How'd you survive the grind of a regular season that many years?
Well, one, you got to take care of your body, and two, evolution is the key to success. I was a different player when I was year 3 than I was at year 15. You have to continue to evolve.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey comes in for McCain. Here's Walter. No points so far. Outside Ingram. Shot clock at 5. With the teardrop. And the layup is up and in.
Anytime Ingram gets a look that close in, it's a great trip down the floor.
Here's Slim. Give him 8 points now. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam. And he's now got the double-double.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Jaquez against Ingram. Rebound by Philadelphia. Slim's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And here's Maxey outside. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey's letting it go.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Barnes. Slim with the rebound.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Ingram, the pass to Pirtle. It's Barnes on the wing to stop the run. And he sinks the layup. Barnes has got 7.
Let's just say this hasn't been his quarter. Yeah, he's shooting 20% in it so far.
Maxey with a screen on Barnes. Slim, pass to Maxey.
Oh, my gracious!
Just incredible!
That is a monster finish. Oh, the electric Tyrese Maxey.
The Raptors shooting a solid 50% throughout the second. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ingram against Jaquez. Left side Ingram. Pirtle with a screen on Jaquez. Ingram finds Pirtle, and that one good. Pirtle's got 6 in the quarter.
Nice bucket. Jakob with good size, and he knows how to use it.
The fader. Slim misses. And so it's Philadelphia in total control, up by 29 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Welcome, everyone, to tonight's show. Kicking things off, let's see some of the names on the injury list around the league.
The Magic facing some injury concerns. It's tough. Wagner's such a unique player. At 6'9", he can shoot it, he can handle it at a very high level, especially out in the open floor.
Yeah, he gets a lot of points in transition, pretty good in the half court as well, and who doesn't love hearing Shaq say,
Some Wagner boys.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the 76ers.
When you could dominate on the boards like that, this is how it's going to be. Physicality and determination are a winning recipe, Ernie.
Yeah, the rebound margin really does tell the story here. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Boy, this has been one outstanding game from Brandon Ingram.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. Then it's Walter, then there's Jakob Poeltl, and it's Vaughn in at the 1. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And with this pause, let's take a look at the teams that have generated the most offense on the break this season. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
When it comes to transition play, this team outperforms most others. They've got a lot of speedy players, and they use them well.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, Slim in the last outing against the Mavericks was tremendous. He had 57 points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. He was clearly on a mission, and no one was getting in his way. A flat-out dominant performance.
Good stuff, Allie. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Well, the rise of Tyrese Maxey has been fun. What do you think makes him such an exciting player, RJ?
Oh, it's his speed and tenacity for sure. He might be the quickest guard in the league right now. And in addition, he's also become an absolute knockdown shooter.
Here's Vaughn. Outside Barnes. Pass to Ingram. Poeltl with a screen on Jaquez. And here's Ingram from the arc. Slim with the rebound. Slim's got rebound number 8 now. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. The kick out to Maxey. Misses the 3. The Raptors shooting around 41%. Up top Barnes. And it comes off the front of the rim. The 76ers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Edgecombe. And here's Embiid. Outside Maxey. To the inside. Here's Slim. Poeltl grabs a miss.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Barnes, it's good.
And this is how you finish inside. Barnes, I mean, he doesn't fear anyone close to the rim.
Here's Slim. 10 points for him. No coverage that time. Maxey's got 21 points in the game.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Pass to Walter. Outside Barnes. Here's Walter. Picked by Poeltl. Back to Barnes. The 3-ball. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Embiid a screen on Barnes. Slim pass to Embiid. Here's Walter. Maxey covering. Down low. And the dunk by Poeltl.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
A clear look for Embiid. Rebounded by Ingram.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Here's Poeltl. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
Here's Slim. He's guarded by Barnes. Slim with a bucket.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And the basket is good. Barnes has got 11.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Screen by Embiid. Yet another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Get out of that man's way. Embiid throwing down that power finish.
Outside Barnes. The 3 is up. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Ingram's got 4 assists now tonight.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
They set the pick. Pass to Edgecombe. The kick out to Maxey. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Ingram, the pass to Pirtle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 14 points for Jakob Pirtle.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Embiid, a screen on Barnes. Pass to Jaquez. And another dime for it.
And this last assist ties him for the franchise record for most in a game. What a performance he's having.
He's been passing with pinpoint accuracy all game long. Over to the wing. Pirtle, the pass to Barnes. Toronto needs to get off a shot here. Walter from outside. Can't get it to drop.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Another possession, another assist.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision, both to find his teammates and to reach for new heights. Pirtle, the pass to Ingram, back to Pirtle. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Slim. He's got 12. Pass to Edgecombe. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Inside. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Yeah, Jakob is on a roll offensively. The defense needs to double their efforts to slow down this big man. Might want to send a double.
And he's going for the oop here. Embiid can't hit. Toronto has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Barnes passes to Ingram. This one for 3. The rebound by Maxey.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Slim. Pass to Maxey. And here's Embiid. Here's Slim. Here's Jaquez. That 3's off the mark. And here's Barnes. 14 points for him.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Maxey with a screen on Pirtle. Slim, pass to Maxey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Maxey's got 23.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Outside Ingram. To the inside. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by Ingram. And that's now 20 points for Jakob Pirtle.
We know Ingram as a scorer, but Brandon's really worked on his passing game over the years.
Here's Slim. 12 points for him. Pass to Embiid. Philadelphia moving it around. No good on the triple.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Ingram with the ball. Guarded now by Jaquez. Now here's Ingram. Defense right on him.
76ers.
Here's a look at the schedule for Philadelphia. On Friday, they'll take on Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram doesn't get enough credit for his growth as a free throw shooter. He shot below 70% from the line in his first 3 seasons, but since then, he hasn't dipped below 80.
Here's Slim. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. And a nice finish on the layup.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Toronto's gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Pass to Mobo.
He's putting on a clinic in team basketball, and these fans recognize it.
He's tallied the most assists in a single game in team history. Mitchell's checked in for Toronto.
Number 45, Davian Mitchell.
And there's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Here's Slim. Marshall on the wing. Outside McCain. Lets the three fly. With 1 on the clock. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And there's a 3-second violation. And how about we check the numbers for him?
His ball distribution has been fantastic as of late. During these last 10 games, he's made sure to whip the ball around and try to find his guys in their spots on offense.
Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Outside McCain. Marshall outside. There's a screen. Pass to Slim. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. McCain's shot is off. McCain's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Outside for Ingram. From behind the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. Slim's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Hachimura from long range. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
We'll make substitutions. Philadelphia calls timeout.
76ers, EMT everybody. Get loud for that once again.
Najee Marshall is out there with Jared McCain. Then it's Jake LaRavia. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Slim in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Slim. He's guarded by Barnes. With the drive. Stripped it away. Here comes Toronto on the push. Walter from outside. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got 4 assists in the game.
This is their plan in the second half, to try to use the three-point shot to shrink this deficit.
Here's Slim. It's stolen by Barnes. And he's going for the lob. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. Here's Slim. Hachimura sets a screen. Takes the 3, and another dime for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Pass to Barnes. From the arc. Rebounded by Marshall. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Slim, pass to Marshall. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. And again, Toronto, no good. Here's Slim. Well, Richard, you would know something about this. Is the wing position the most important in the NBA right now?
I would say once we got to the point forward position of the Scottie Pippens, of the Penny Hardaways, it became the most important position in the NBA, and it still stands true.
McCain, a screen on Barnes. Here's Slim. Out to Hachimura. Jacks up a three. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 6th rebound on the night. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. Slim's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. To the middle. Here's Marshall. And again, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
Looking like Scott Skiles right now with all these dimes. Outside Ingram. Pass to Pirtle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Barnes. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. 16 points for Scotty Barnes.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
There's a screen by Marshall. Slim, the pass to Marshall. Lays it up and banks it in. Marshall's got 10 points in the quarter.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Outside Ingram. Well, you want officials to get the calls right, but for video review, maybe institute a 2-minute time limit, you think?
Oh, I would love a good 2-minute time limit, but the worst thing to do would be to go to a 2-minute time limit and then have them not get it right. Then you wasted all that time for nothing.
A natural scorer. Every single year, Ingram seems to take another leap in his game.
And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Outside Ingram. Tries it from 19. Good on the bucket. Ingram's got 30 points.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
McCain, a screen on Barnes. Pass to McCain. Out to the wing. Here's Larabia. Drops in the 3.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Toronto's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Outside Ingram. Toronto passing it around. The 3 from Barnes. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Hachimura outside. Here's Slim. Back to Hachimura. It's stolen by Pirtle. Here's Walter. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
To the paint. Here's Marshall. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Outside Ingram. There's the triple. Connects from downtown. Ingram's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, Ingram is having a great night so far, playing passionate offense and finding lots of quality looks.
Yet another assist.
The passing display just doesn't end. Tally up another assist for him.
Well, that one will put him tied for 3rd in the all-time assist list. One of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah, and we haven't seen someone notch 28 assists since 1991.
And another dime for him.
This is a passing display for the ages. Beautiful.
The dimes keep piling up, and he is now tied for the 2nd most assists ever in a single game.
And standing even with Kevin Porter's total of 29 from 1978. Amazing.
Here's Ingram. That one is off. Excellent D there from Laravia. Here's Slim. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Hachimura outside. It's stolen by Ingram. Here comes Toronto on the push. Barnes passes to Vaughn. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
Here's Slim to the middle. Marshall outside. Back to Laravia. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
All right, now let's go courtside to Dominic Hamill.
It's not every day you see someone reach 20 assists in a single game. Tonight, MP, you did that in a win. What stands out to you from a performance like this?
You saw the game, right? We looked insane. I didn't get 20-something assists by doing magic tricks and crazy passes. I knew where my guys would be, and they knew that I'd find them. Trust like that goes a long way in this business, and we built ours up every day, practice after practice, piece by piece, until everybody was pulling in the same direction, and we're getting wins because of it.
It's working for you, MP. Great game.
Oh, man, thank you.
Over to you, BA.
Thank you, Dominic. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.